It ain't something you see every day, so I was shocked.
That was homeowner Robert McDougal's reaction when escaped inmate Fate Santee was caught in his backyard off 7th Street. Santee, who was making his initial appearance, made his way out of municipal court, says Hattiesburg Police Lieutenant Latasha Myers-Mitchell.
About 9:50 this morning, and we noticed that the inmate was not in the municipal courtroom. The officers were able to see that he escaped through a back area of the municipal courtroom.
Santee is facing multiple felony charges as well as others after the escape.
He's a habitual offender. He is a known gang member. His last charges stem from assault on a police officer as well as possession of a weapon at the felony conviction.
McDougal says he was shocked.
And I looked out and see, 20 cars and 25 policemen back there. I don't know what's really going on, you know. Scared for a little while because there's so many police cars, officers back there. So I wasn't coming out the house till I made sure whatever y'all were doing back there, and then I was gonna come out the front door out there. I seen y'all raise them up.
Tips from the public led to his arrest.
We got put a picture out. We got information out that he was an escapee. The community rallied together, and with their diligence giving out tips, we were able to locate him on 7th Street going behind a house. Officers were able to get him and detain him and arrest him.
We're learning more on how this inmate, Fate Santee, walked out of Hattiesburg City Court Monday in his orange jumpsuit and his shackles. Melissa Egan brings us those details from downtown Hattiesburg. Melissa?
The judge told council members what happened here on Monday shouldn't have happened and it won't happen again. But now city leaders are looking at options to make sure that's not even a possibility. Judge Jerry Evans told Hattiesburg City Council it was a strange situation.
I'm not going to cast anybody under the bus. Yes. I don't think it'll happen again.
Fate Santee, who police say is a known gang member, leaving this courthouse around 10 o'clock Monday morning, police caught him just before noon on East 7th Street. It seems Santee escaped after asking to go to the bathroom.
The reason they were using that bathroom was we discovered that when you take them out when they want to use the restroom, they go out to the front restroom, that they had somebody in the audience that was putting dope under in the trash can, and they were getting, well, we caught them doing that, so, and that stopped, and that's why they were using that particular bathroom, which is back behind my bench.
These types of situations should not happen.
Mayor Toby Barker says public safety is the city's #1 priority.
We want to make sure that the public is kept aware of these situations, but we also know what happened on Monday pointed out that there are some deficiencies in the process. And so right now we're evaluating processes, procedures, personnel to make sure that this kind of situation does not happen again.
Judge Evans told council members they do have a courtroom at the jail and they use it when they need the extra space. The main issue right now is he says he can't access his home computers from here at the jail.
At this courtroom, they can type it in as it's going on. They can have it ready, and when we get through with court, all they've got to do is get it together and transmit it to the jail. Who's getting out, who's not, who's got to stay and pay a fine.
We have to really check and see if there is a technology issue there. So right now we're evaluating video conferencing capability. We're also looking at what would happen if could we possibly use the courtroom on site. And so all options are on the table right now because we want to do everything we can and have every uncomfortable conversation we have to keep the public safe and to prevent that from happening again.
Now, obviously, those computer systems and new processes would cost money. Judge Evans made it clear to council members last night that those were not included in the budget he was presenting. Hattiesburg police are still investigating the incident that happened here. Live in Hattiesburg, Melissa Egan, WDAM 7 News.
Hattiesburg is close to installing new technology at the city court building 4 months after an inmate just up and walked out. Melissa Egan has details tonight from the courthouse. Melissa.
Back in August, Mayor Toby Barker told me an inmate escaping from this courthouse should not and could not happen ever again. Now with new leadership, there's some new processes and policies being put in place to make sure that everything that happens here in the courthouse is not only easier, but also safer.
It was August 7th when this man, Fate Santee, shuffled out of this courtroom in shackles through a back door after asking to go to the bathroom. Police captured Santee, who they said was a known gang member. About 2 hours later, Judge Wes Curry, who took his position following that escape, says some things were immediately changed.
We made efforts to try and deny access to certain parts of the courthouse while inmates are present so that there are no issues as far as where they're supposed to be and where they are at the right time.
But the big change could come through technology to keep any issue with inmates from downtown Hattiesburg. The court is close to installing a new teleconferencing system, meaning those inmates would not have to take that 15-minute drive from the Forest County Jail to Pine Street.
Their engineers have looked at what's available and they've told us that it could work.
Here's how it would work. Inmates would stay at the jail and appear before a camera. It may look something like this. The judge and others in the courtroom would see them through a television screen like this one on the wall.
I use teleconferencing every day, and it is so powerful. And if we can keep the inmates at the jail and let them speak to the judge through teleconferencing, then we don't have transportation problems, the expense of that, and having jailers move these people back and forth, I think will really improve the system.
Judge Curry says he hopes to see that teleconferencing system all squared out by next month. It will have to go before City Council to be approved before it can actually be implemented here at the courthouse. In Hattiesburg, Melissa Egan, WDAM 7 News.
Judge Curry says he has also gotten positive feedback from Petal and Forest County about this system, which allows for multiple users.